Yay, we just got our VIP. We're gonna use for the whole day. Fun fact for you guys, this was filmed at my high school, Culver City High School. Awesome.
I could cry. Oh my god.
I'm currently watching the show and I love it. She's excited. So it's gonna be continental breakfast. We got some juices. The coffees and stuff are over here. And then all the goodies. They're all so good. We're currently outside on the patio.
A very quick history of the studio. Universal is the oldest studio in Hollywood. We've been here since 1912. To be fair, so was Paramount. Well, Paramount we beat them by 2 weeks, right? So we win. We're the oldest studio in Hollywood. Our founder was a man by the name of Carl Lemley. Back in 1912, he purchased 200 acres of Southern California real estate. He paid $165,000 for it. Yeah, the good old days. And he started making movies of all kinds. Early on, we became known for westerns. Beginning in the 19-teens and going well into the 1940s, we became known for the classic horror genre. And then, beginning in the 50s, we became pioneers in television. Today, we remain one of the world's biggest and busiest television producing studios. Throughout our history, we've won 9 categories of success. The studio was grown at nearly 400 acres. We are our own city with our own bank, post office, zip code, sheriff's station, small hospital. We have a fire station. Fire station 51 is a white building to your right. It's a real fire station, but it's named after a fictional fire station. Squad 51 from the Universal television series Emergency, filmed here during the 70s. Maybe some of you are watching Chicago Fire. It's also 51. Is this a coincidence? One of the original writers of Emergency is the creator and executive producer of the Chicago franchise. Chicago Fire is one of the shows. He's basically paid tribute to his first break in Hollywood. His name is Dick Wolf, also the creator, executive producer of the Law and Order franchise. Someone I call a mover and shaker. So, we have reached the actual studio. I'd like to welcome you to the front lot. The most important buildings we have here production-wise are our sound stages, like Stage 12, currently the home of the NBC singing competition, The Voice. They just finished the season on Tuesday. They will be back in the fall. Stage 12 is one of the largest stages in the world. I believe it is the 5th largest stage in the world. Over the years, some of the biggest sets in movie history have been created there, like Frankenstein's Lab, Dracula's The first 3 Jurassic Park films shot there. 3 out of the 4 Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean films shot there. Disney? Really? Anybody can rent space here, remember that. Now, I mentioned coming through the park that both the studio and theme park are expanding. Just a couple of weeks ago, I would have been pointing out sound stages that were here. They are no longer here. I have a feeling if you come back and see us next year, the theme park will have extended into this area. Now, the stages that were here, just to give you an idea of what had been done here, the last big show, let's see, about 10 years of CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. Several things since that. The stages are being rebuilt in another portion of the lot. A stage that hasn't gone anywhere, though, is directly in front of us. That's 21. It's another of our larger sound stages. It has been used for mainly feature films. Like a few years ago, it seems Snow White and the Huntsman shot there. Ron Howard recreated Mission Control for Apollo 13. A 23-year-old Steven Spielberg tested his mechanical shark here for a movie called Jaws. If any of you have seen Fate of the Furious, currently in theaters, they did some shooting here in February. After the holiday, that would be this week, it becomes New York City again for the Mindy Project, currently streaming on Hulu. They're doing one last season. Now the stages, beginning with 41, have traditionally made up our television complex. When television was a brand new thing, most of the big motion picture studios wanted nothing to do with it. They thought it was a fad that was going to disappear in about 5 or 6 years and never be heard of again. Universal embraced the new technology. Over the years, we've brought you favorites like Leave It to Beaver, The Monsters, The Canadian Murder Show, The Monsters League, The Rockford Files, The Villain Wife, Love Boat, recently, Cross the Jordan, Parenthood, Telenovela.
So we just visited some of the sets of The Good Place, which is a really good show. If you guys haven't watched it, you should go watch it. I know they're working on the 2nd season. I'm so excited. It wasn't on this stage, it was on the opposite one, like over there. It was so cool, but we weren't allowed to bring cameras, which kind of sucked, but I guess. But it was fun.
Once the crew and cast and everyone has a rhythm down, they can run things up very, very tightly. The great thing also about The Good Place, because it is a single camera show, they can film the same action multiple times from different angles, but if, let's say in one episode there's 4 scenes in that bedroom, they could shoot all 4 scenes in one day and then free themselves up, and then if they want to do exteriors, walking around the neighborhood, they could shoot all of those in one day, and then they like to do exteriors at the Huntington Library. So when you see those big grassy fields, that's the Huntington Library. They might go out there for a day and shoot all of that stuff. So they can work it. And they always have to have a backup plan, what we call a rain plan. So if the original plan doesn't work, they always have a backup set up. This over here is Alfred Hitchcock's old office bungalow, currently used by the De Laurentiis Company, which means that both Norman Bates and Hannibal Lecter were developed in that bungalow. Ponder that for a second. Donna mentioned that we have new sound stages, the 2 newest. Stage 22 and then on the opposite side 23 were used first for Hairspray Live. And that was broadcast live in December. And they were able to take advantage of having a brand new sound stage. When you see the 40 College show, that was the sound stage. When they would walk out to the streets of Baltimore, it was our actual backlot sets. So the cameras are following the actor. Remember, this is live. I want to stress that. I think there's a whole generation who has no concept of live television. 87 cameras needed to pull that off. Yeah. You had cameras in the soundstage, you had cameras on the street. Yeah, you see the Sparky's used appliances, that was left over from Hairspray. So we're going to generically refer to these sets as facades, false fronts. Some of them are a little bit more versatile, some of them now have the ability for interior filming. We call those practical sets. You can see our brownstone street right down there. You may recognize that from recent films like Gone Girl. When they left New York City, they packed up the moving van and drove off. That's all of New York you saw. Birmingham was right there. They loaded up and split. Weeds used the very last brownstone on the right for an episode where it was blown up. They took the window panes out, replaced it with window frames or pre-cut pieces of plexiglass and stained everything black. Pyrotechnics look really sharp. And I think Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty, that was his place with Jennifer Aniston. They Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Macaulay Culkin's Uncle's House. Yeah. Oh! The Hardy, yeah, they took one of the signs out, but the Hardy Heart, yeah, it was a Hardy Heart Hut. That was Martin Short's novelty store in Hairspray. There was a number here with Martin Short and Harvey Firestein. Yeah. I know she recognized it right away. Yeah. And we're going to continue down Baltimore. So the opening number, Good Morning Baltimore, was right in front of us, but most people know this road as the road where Marty McFly got up to 88 miles an hour.
Right there, that's the road.
Yes, I noticed you had an out-of-time pin. Yeah. We'll find a good spot to park. This is Hill Valley, California, from the Back to the Future films. It's been used in thousands of other projects, but it's best known for this. Yeah. So I tell you what, we're going to take a little photo stop here. We're also going to move the vehicle when you're off, so please don't leave anything that could potentially fall out the window, because John's going to move over to the neighboring street.
You like literally have no idea how excited I am. I am like such a huge Back to the Future fan.
Oh, I could cry.
And then Ghost Whisperer was here too.
That angle.
Oh my gosh.
The fire station, by the way, was designed so you could park the fire truck inside. But after Ghost Whisperer left here, everybody's wanted to use that as a building that used to be a fire station, but now it's something else.
They're still here. We're not going in. Another production used this area, and it was too recognizable, so they just built a new front.
Wow.
And this is the original entrance of the courthouse.
I'm so excited. My heart's like, dude. That is so cool.
Something that's just the fronts and the sides.
Oh wow.
And that door's rarely open, so.
You can see right through it, all the way to the back. You can see the mountains. That's the train you usually would go on.
Movie, TV franchise inspire people to make things a reality. Case in point, yeah. Personal computers, things like that. But it's amazing, yeah. I mean, when you look at
It looks real, but it's like, oh my gosh.
They took the garbage there. It's glued.
Really good artist.
Famous bookstore called City Lights Bookstore, kind of a landmark. In the basement, they have their art section, and they have one section dedicated to cinema. There is a series of books that they sell about filming locations in different metropolitan cities, and the one that's prominently showcased is the one called Filming Locations in San Francisco. The cover of Filming Locations in San Francisco is that opening shot from Dirty Harry. So that is the view you see in that book. You can look it up, it's on Amazon as well. But we just thought it was so funny that the one scene in Dirty Harry, not shot in San Francisco, makes the cover of the book. Yeah, that's called a
Yeah.
Remember towards the end they started a charter school, and they took advantage of the interiors as well, including an office upstairs. So when you saw Monica Potter in her office in the school, right to that window right there, so they could shoot and then you have traffic running up and down. there was a brief period where the Mindy Project was on that end and Parenthood was on this end. So you had Greenwich Village, and then it morphed into San Francisco. So on this end, the cabs were yellow and the trees had no leaves. On this end, the trees were green and lush, and the cabs were silver and they were Priuses. We also had a cable car, which was rented out to the Good Place a couple of weeks ago. The cable car is exactly like our vehicle. It's made by the same people, which is the same company that maintains the real cable cars. So the bottom 2.5 feet look like this, and then the top looks like the real thing. So you can't shoot the bottom couple of feet. If you're ready, hop back on. If you need help with the last photo.
That movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like film, so I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
It's got talent, and they've also been used for the new dance competition show, Dance. It starts Tuesday night. Jennifer Lopez is executive producer. She's also one of the judges on the show. And you're going to see our Metropolitan sets a little bit on that show. And America's Got Talent also has been using the Metro. Since Hairspray started to do that little walk from the stage onto the sets, everybody else has been copying them. So you will see a lot of the backlot of those two shows. I just want to give them a quick plug. Go back to where we were. Now, King Kong, I mentioned, required high technology, but low technology is needed as well. Using vehicles would be a good example of low technology. You know, the vehicles driving up and down the street can tell you a lot about what's going on. Check out Magnum's Ferrari, real close there. You can see it's not a real Ferrari, so it says Ferrari 308. It's a Chenoa Desert Rail with a Volkswagen engine. So here's your technical problem. It sounds like a Volkswagen. That's something you fix later in post-production. We actually had to add the Ferrari sound in. There's Vince's car without the manure. You're welcome. Thanks for the future. I'm sorry to disappoint you. We actually have a little plastic shield there to protect the car. It's a real 46 Ford. And there was only one on the set. They didn't have a backup car. So it never crashed into the truck. There was a couple of trick shots. The car was on gliders for one moment where it just kind of slid across. Never made contact with the truck. Even the manure was fake. Now the Flintstones cars, these are the ones that you don't see in close-ups. These are, you know, the distance cars. They have gas and brake. Close-up cars had no hardware and ran through the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet. The Fast and the Furious cars are close-up cars. Their main job is to look pretty for the camera. So other cars could be made for speed, jumps, crashing. We got the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner. How many years did Plymouth make the Roadrunner? It wasn't around very long. Real muscle car, yeah, that's kind of a reoccurring theme in the franchise, American muscle cars.
So there are not that many of them.
No, I'm surprised because, you know, a car like this in Part 7 gets wrecked, but you shoot out a sequence, so you're going to need more than one. And that one was probably primarily used for the close-ups, but there's other scenes that get shot, so they could shoot whatever sequence is most practical for the production. And in theory, a car could get damaged accidentally or have mechanical problems accidentally. You don't have time to do the repair work. You have to have another one waiting in the wings. Oh, we forgot dinosaurs. We have stuff, this is mostly from the first 3 movies.
Oh, yes.
Fleetwood RV was pushed over a cliff. The cliff was a parking structure on the front lot. Yeah. This never really hit the ground, obviously it's still here. I understand that there are some dinosaurs that are a little upset.
I go in.
Well,
Shot at me.
Yeah, Now, if we're going to recreate something like this inside of a sound stage, we might also want to add a little powder film to the range of the photograph. Better, the lighting makes it almost impossible to photograph. Yes, Gene Kelly was singing in the milk. So we can shut it off now. I think everyone got the idea of what we're talking about. You notice how we shoot the water up in the air and then it comes? Yeah, that's how you do it. Uh-oh. Quick, grab something heavy. You saw how we put this together. I want you to watch this scene. It's a big fat liar. Here's Frankie Williams, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti. Everything was re-recorded and added later. You cannot run the wolf king!
Yeah, well, you got that.
Hang on, let me post it! So the stunt doubles in the second half of the scene, Paul Giamatti looks at the edited footage of what's called an ADR group, automated dialogue replacement. So he's actually looking at the screen and then he's putting the voices. The other two actors, Frank and Julius, made a fun job with these things. The mixing board is longer than this vehicle. Yeah. We're in Old Mexico. This is a different part. It was just refurbished. It looks much prettier now for high definition filming. This was used recently a few years ago in Indiana Jones of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This was Peru. Janet Jackson did her escapade video here. A couple of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie shot scenes here. The scenes get shot over and over and over again here. Then we move into the Old West. This is the oldest section on the studio lot. It just got an extreme makeover. Again, we want to make it, yeah, it's so pretty right now. So there's the three of us looking around. Oh, look at the old jail. Office and jail, yeah. And as we continue forward, there's the old stagecoach. In case you're not sure, that sign says stagecoach. But this, we used to do movies on each street before sound was an issue. So each street could be a separate town. And we would average about 200 horses a year. This was also the Australian Outback. Right up this road, that's where Colin Farrell had his big dramatic moment in saving Mr. Banks. Yeah. That was used as Australia. The courthouse that was used real briefly as Australia as well. You notice on this corner, the buildings are made out of larger bricks. Those are basically the equivalent of foam rubber. So the actor can be thrown against the wall and not hurt themselves. You also may notice that some doorways are tall and wide, and other doorways are short and narrow. Any guesses as to why?
The size.
Perspective.
What's that?
Make it look different when the actor stands next to it.
Yeah, but elaborate. I think you're being too polite.
Short actors and tall actors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, John Wayne was 6'4". I would say Jimmy Stewart was pretty tall too. A lot of his colleagues were, I'd say, closer to average height. You want to make them look bigger than life. You had a few of his contemporaries that were Michael J. Fox size, Audie Murphy, Alan Ladd. You'd stick those guys in the short doorways to make them appear to be taller. John Wayne was super tall, so he was usually standing in the street. Because you don't want to have it's going to look ridiculous when he stands in a door. A lot of times you have leading ladies that are much taller than their leading men. Who remembers a show called Get Smart? Barbara Feldon was a lot taller than Don Adams. Don Adams was like 5'6". Barbara Feldon was very, very tall. Yeah, like 5'10". Yeah, so a big difference. She was always slouching. She's always slouching or leaning, yeah.
Always in flats.
Always in flats. She never got to wear heels. As we turn around this way, there is a show called Home and Family that shoots over there. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, so they shot the Memorial Day episode on Friday. So they're always a day ahead. What's the next major holiday? Next big holiday is 4th of July, but between now and then there'll be graduations and wedding episodes. Oh, and Flag Day. We got Flag Day, yeah. So they always have fun with every holiday, especially a holiday that Hallmark can make a card for. Like every holiday, yeah. So we're going to go into this sound stage where we have a replica of a subway station. Nicely detailed, I might add. Look at everything. QR ear maps, ticket selling machines, vending machines, even the proper advertisements that are placed on the wall. A few things like another camera, the director. Oh, hang on. There's been a shark sighting. So we have a police guy right next to the boat. He's in a steel cage. You can see him. Yeah, and the clarinets. Yeah. Get back in the cage. I'll say one thing. The guy's got guts. There. Okay, have your cameras on that barrel. Let's see if the shark takes the bait. There's some bait hanging from the barrel. name is Bruce, and he was named in honor of Steven Spielberg's attorney. Yeah. Bruce Raymer is the actual attorney Steven Spielberg still uses. And as a tribute to Jaws, Disney did a movie called Finding Nemo, and they named the great white shark Bruce. Not a coincidence, that's all deliberate. The best little whorehouse in Texas. Sometimes they use the back end of the house as part of Jessica's house. That is a practical set. It can be used for both interior and exterior filming, but the neighbor is just the facade. That was built for a movie, a sitcom called About a Boy. And then we have a variety of different sets on this street. This is called Colonial Street. Some of these houses go back to the 40s. Some of them are a little newer. Thousands of things have shot here, but once again, it's known primarily for one thing. What is that one thing?
Monsters house.
What?
The Munsters.
The Munsters. Yeah, that's good. Speaking of cozy TV, the Munsters. This is the original house of the Munsters. That house was about almost 25 years old when the Munsters moved in.
The Housewives?
Desperate Housewives, yes. A lot of people know this as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives. Bob and Lee moved into the Munsters house. Susan moved into the Hardy Boys house.
The Hardy Boys.
Lynette lived in a house once occupied by Ronald Reagan in a movie called Bedtime for Bonzo. And later on, Doris Day and James Garner lived in that house in a movie called The Thrill of It All. So some of these houses have been around. One of the newer houses is Edie's house right in front of us. That was built for the Nicolette Sheridan character. This is fully practical upstairs and down. The older houses are just shells. You know, when the cameras were so big that you couldn't bring them up to the front porch. Now the cameras can just go right with the actor, inside, upstairs, to the bedroom if you need to. They love Edie's house for commercials, especially the kitchen. This is actually the newest house. It was built for Mrs. McCluskey on Desperate Housewives. Her original house had termites and somehow it got destroyed in that tornado episode. Like the plumber's house actually goes back to a movie called The Burbs. It was built for that movie. And then Bree's house was used for a show called Providence before Desperate Housewives moved in. Mary Alice Young lived in a replica of the Leave It to Beaver house. Yeah, it was built for the Leave It to Beaver movie. Munsters was created by the same people that created Leave It to Beaver, by the way. And most people don't realize it was satiring family sitcoms of the time period. It really was more satire than anything else. Matlock lived in that house. It's green now. It was what? You're a fan of Matlock?
No.
No. Oh, yeah, I see that. Wait a second. Yeah, we'll get. Hold on just a second.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
We happen to be parked next to the house of Seven Gables, and there's this black 1970 Dodge Charger with no drive-on pass, no license plate, stop, we should call it.
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Thank you very much, sir. So, you see something, you say something, where were we? Cozy?
Studio Tour. Looks like we might have an issue.
That's why
I'm patching him into Agent Novak from the FBI.
The FBI?
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun, but we've got video surveillance on that Charger you all saw. We ran it through the system, and the driver has been positively identified as Dominic Toretto. I've been tracking this guy for a while. He's a hardened criminal. He's likely armed, and he is definitely dangerous. My men and I are on our way to apprehend him right now. If you see him, don't be a hero. Don't engage him. Just keep a safe distance and report any further sightings to studio security immediately. We'll handle it from there.
Okay, I didn't think that the FBI would be that interested in a parking violation. I can't quite figure that group out. As we move up, we got Whoville right here from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, directed by Ron Howard. Downstairs, everything is wood and fiberglass. Upstairs, it's sculpted styrofoam. We're not really competing with each other, so however you want to celebrate. Yeah. Here we go. This is a great shot. Almost too pretty of a day, motel shot. He was en route to Comic-Con in San Diego and he shot a video here. It's still on YouTube if you want to see it. It's very funny. I hope that he gets, now that he has some free time, I hope that he explores some comedic options. Because he is very, very funny. As we continue up here, we're going to park right next door to the famous Psycho House. Let's say hi to Mother as we pass by. War of the Worlds, you are correct. That is the plane crash from War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was directed by Steven Spielberg and it starred Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. We're going to have an opportunity to walk right up to the plane.
I had to switch on my battery.
Here, then we'll go a little bit closer. Just wanted to get everyone. They are so jealous of you right now. Okay, you are looking at a real 747. It was purchased for and then destroyed for the film War of the Worlds. Steven Spielberg directed, Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning starred. The good news, when commercial airliners reach a certain number of miles, they're retired permanently. So this plane, it was intact, was out in the airliner graveyard in the Mojave Desert. Once the production purchased it, it was chopped into pieces in the desert. It came here on the backs of flatbed trucks. If you're wondering how much something like this would cost you, $60,000. All this could be yours.
Nice.
Cost more than $200,000 to move it here. This was 12 years ago before Amazon Prime. So, War of the Worlds. It's a story that's been around for a long time. H.G. Wells wrote it. It's been told several times, both on the big and small screen. The most famous version, however, was on radio, Orson Welles. In the version that Steven Spielberg did, Tom Cruise and his family are living in New York City when the aliens attack. They flee New York and they run to New Jersey. Grandma has a house there. They figure they will be safe. They're not. During the night, they hear something horrible happening outside. They hide in the basement. When they get up the next morning, this is what they find around them. So, that means the first time you see this neighborhood, when they arrive, it's intact. Those scenes were done on location. Location is anywhere off the lot. In this case, they were in New Jersey, a real New Jersey neighborhood. 3 years ago, we had a family from that neighborhood. They lived 2 streets over. This really freaked them out. Left of the neighborhood, they brought in the plane. That's basically what you see around you. I say basically, when they were shooting here, it was a mess. Take a look at the armrest. Okay, kids, something I bet you've never seen in your lifetime. Practical ashtrays. Yeah, a long time ago you could smoke on airplanes. Okay? And for my photographers, I got a really good shot right into the fuselage. And folks, for safety today, tell you what, we're not going to go beyond this block. When this set, when he was done with it, he didn't want anyone filming here for 5 years. So the filmography is short. There's an episode of CSI, the agents visited a Hollywood movie studio. They drove through here on the golf cart. There was an episode of NBC's Community, the red brick house across the street. Very quick sight gag. During spring break, the students participated in a Habitat for Humanity project for a grade. You saw them in front of the house and their professor, you failed. Rihanna did a music video here. A couple of different insurance companies have used the houses across the street. Natural disaster. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Mr. Spielberg has always authorized the sets used for disaster drills. There have been several over the years. My favorite days of the year are the day when either the LAPD or the sheriff bring canine units up here. We don't walk those days, but it's so cool to watch the trainers work with the dogs here in the set. Oh, by the way, plane, second generation 747, flew for 20 years for 2 major airlines. One more thing. Up on the hill, that's a real neighborhood. People live there. How'd you like to live in our backyard? Multi-million-dollar view. This is your view below. However, out that way, it's gorgeous. So what, any questions?
Or do you guys have another?
No, there's a
This is like so cool.
Yeah. 90 seconds.
Just like
2
walk out
minutes
and
and you
sit. I'm
have
like
a full
on the dirt.
slide.
Still.
90 seconds, it might be a little sparse. It's still a nice flood, but it's not the
Right.
So now that instead of being on the tram, how do you feel about actually being close to everything?
It's different. It's a different look. It's a look.
It's a look.
It's just different because, you know, you're sitting in the tram, in a normal tram, and you just pass right by it.
And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service, and as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Language?
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks.
Much better.
One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
Hey,
I'm so tired of you state guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
I'm on it.
Don't you?
There.
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control.
Because it has been popular, and I think it has always remained popular. Every once in a while, somebody will ask Angela Lansbury if she would come in and do a Murder, She Wrote made-for-TV movie, bring Jessica Fletcher back to the small screen. Folks, Angela Lansbury is 92 years old.
Wow.
She's too busy. She's still working. Last year, she did a national tour of Life Spirit on stage, ended up on Broadway. Anybody ever heard of a TV show called Game of Thrones?
Yes.
She will be in the next season of Game of Thrones. I mean, unlike that slouch Betty White, 95, oh yeah, she's still working too. And Dick Van Dyke. A good place, and it is beautiful. Okay? Yes, they have many, many yogurt shops. Infinite Light, all the books, Too Many Flowers, all chocolate, everything. Yeah? There's a store called Eat Cake Every Day, but that's okay because there's a clothing store called Everything Fits.
Yeah, and the
Princess Diary Royal Engagement. So this was Genovia. The Princess Parade took place there. Let's see. The Good Place just moved back a few weeks ago.
So excited to go inside the property department.
Switchboard operator. I'm gonna get the adults back so hardcore, don't worry. So you guys, this is how this place works. It's a cross between a library and a supermarket.
This way, wait.
Here sees what they want for their movie.
And we want you to take pictures here. Up on the 3rd floor, smaller things like housewares, lighting as in lamps and chandeliers, the art department, the statuary, stuff you'd never think about. Now, people always notice E.T., but the throne is really cool. Remember a movie called Gladiator? Joaquin Phoenix, thumbs up, thumbs down. This is one of 3 thrones. The Lorax and King Kong are examples of lobby displays. Remember, 15 years ago, 3-dimensional promotions for upcoming films popped up at the Cineplexes? Those are examples of that. It's a fairly new industry in Hollywood. The items were created for the premieres of the film. You have a couple of Egyptian items. A couple of different things. Night at the Museum. They were even Treasure at the end of National Treasure with Nicolas Cage. And a few of them were in the first couple of money films starring Brendan Fraser. Sometimes they suggest a time period. Step toward me, please. What type of person sits in this chair? If you know what it is, don't say anything. What?
I don't know.
I didn't hear you.
Is it like a king?
Like a king or queen?
Yeah.
And what is their personality like? Very dark.
High and mighty.
High and mighty. And And what do you think, what time period would this be? So medieval. Don't know anything about it, and you nailed it. This is the Evil Queen's throne from Snow White and the Huntsman. Okay, and the Huntsman Winter's War. Dark in color, reflecting dark personality, sharp edges. Look at the carving. Look at the death mask. She was not a nice woman. She had issues. Now this item has been reserved by Drunk History. Anybody watch that show on Comedy Central? This I see the story Vlad, so which is Dracula. Okay, so this upcoming season. The person in your production who gathers your props is your set decorator. A decorator has an idea of the types of things that they're looking for. Yes, exactly. Like you have a script and you know what you need. You need a living room. You need an executive's office. You need a kitchen. So they will come through and they will reserve what they need with a whole tag like that one for Drunk History. As you go through, you're going to see several tags. That means that the items have already been reserved for production. On the tag, there's a date. That's when they're expecting the production to, or the truck to come to pick up the items. The rental period begins when the item physically leaves the warehouse. And if you're wondering how everything is inventory, everything is barcoded. Okay? But I'd like to remind my younger people, barcodes, computers did not always exist. It really wasn't all that long ago when all of this was done by hand. Imagine that job. Do they ever retire props and sell them? There's a new manager here. A few years ago, she started doing employee garage sale. They're quarterly. Cash and carry. First come, first served. I'm always doing a tour and no one will help me get a coffee table in the back of our vehicle. I'm very sad. But yeah, this is the main warehouse, but there's several annexes. Okay, so there's more. There's a website. They'll FedEx anywhere in the world as long as you have your rental fee. Your rental fee, by the way, 30% of the appraised value of an item. They'll rent to anyone as long as you have your rental fee and proof of insurance. So this facility is open and available to the entire Hollywood community. You might work for Paramount or Disney. You're an independent film student, 50% discount. You're looking at decades and decades of accumulation. Also, let's say you do something and like actually this is where this white office set came from. This area, by the way, these are the showrooms. They were put together to give decorators and to an idea of how individual items could come together to create a story. This was used in a project, I think it was a television pilot. The production purchased it. Well, they didn't need it anymore. So they sold it to the property department. They had nothing like this. Okay? So that's where they come from. Oh, the desk. Anybody see The People vs. O.J. Simpson? That's Robert Shapiro's desk, and Robert Shapiro was played by John Travolta. By the way, the showrooms, these were done by a decorator. Her name is Barbara Castle. She has a show on the air right now. It's called Scandal. And sometimes you need to have something built for your production. The switchboard that you see down here at the end was built for a project called Changeling starring Angelina Jolie. They built 8, you're looking at 2 of them. You can find them that just look really old. You needed something that looked brand new and state of the art. They came back to the warehouse, they purchased it. It has been in Gangster Squad, Public Enemy on TV, Agent Carter. The black and white episode of Pretty Little Liars, Shadow Play Hannah was at one of the switchboards. So there are, as I said, 3 floors of props, there are annexes, there's a website. Not everything in the warehouse is on the website. They're guesstimating there's somewhere between 3 and 5 million props here right now. The permanent staff here, 19 people. And about a year ago, the woman who runs the facility saw that people on occasion were having hard times finding things. Not often, but more often than she liked. Last year she thinned out the stock. This is thinned out.
We were not on this street earlier. This is called London Square. One of the tour guides described it as an exact replica of a London street for people who have never been there. So you definitely might recognize this again. Agent Carter used this. The Mickey Project used it a while back. American Ninja Warrior most of the shot. It's mainly on our New York Street. So the whole obstacle course was built on New York Street. The first couple of seasons they were shooting on Orlando, then they wanted to come out here. It seems like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And we do build some of our mazes out here for Halloween Horror Nights. Pretty elaborate stuff. Dusk Till Dawn did one that was pretty impressive. And then the whole cast came on opening night. Rather surreal when the cast members are looking at actors who are not only hired to play the characters, but they're also hired because they look like the actors who play the characters. So it's kind of surreal, but they're basically looking at themselves. So we're going to shift gears. We're going to take everyone to the point furthest from the exit to the park and knock out 3 rides. We'll do this before you eat. You can understand the logic, right? So we're going to do these 3 rides before you eat. We'll also break up in our individual groups. That way we don't overwhelm the ride operator. So if you're with Donna, stay with Donna. If you're with me, stay with me. If you made friends with people in the other group, that's fine. You'll see each other again when we go to the buffet. So it's not really goodbye. My group, Donna's.
So we just finished doing the tour on the back lot, and now we're at the lower lot of the Universal theme park. I didn't realize I was this close. So we're basically going to be riding rides. I can't do Jurassic Park because I am such a pansy and I'm scared of drops. I can't do Mummy either because like I don't really like roller coasters. But I'll do Transformers, so I'm just going to be waiting for them. And then after we do these rides, we're going to go have a buffet lunch, which is included in the tour. So I'm excited for that because I'm honestly getting really hungry. And yeah, I'm going to keep waiting. Like awkward turtle, like over here, like by myself.
Yeah, gonna use our pantsuit. Enjoy!
Thank you! My favorite view of the San Fernando Valley, and then you can see Warner Brothers over there.
We got this! You're more like Andy.
Oh, he's so cute.
So here you go.
Oh, fancy. That's a view.
Take your plates, head inside to the buffet.
We're just here. Oh, cute. Let's see what they have. Desserts. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, so cute. Hi. Fancy.
Guys, start back this way.
Seafood. Salads. Awesome. So excited. This is great. Look at the little Tabascos. So cute. And the ketchups. So cute. Cute, cute, cute. So I got some deviled eggs, some California rolls, some filet mignon, a soy sauce, and some caprese. I'm so excited. This is so cute. But can we talk about the ketchup bottle? Like you can take this. I'm probably gonna take this with me and have it all day, which is weird, but it's cute. I love it. Love the view too. It's not too hot out either. So where we have to go VIP area to eat, this is like the bathroom. It is so nice. You have pictures from Les Miserables. If I even pronounced that right, I don't know, but fancy, fancy.
And I see that Katie went to the market and we went home. No, that's a big thing. Wait, Piper! Piper's out now, guys! How did you get out, Piper? Chicken. There's Reed. Don't worry, don't tell me guys out of control. Reed, come back!
Anyway, let's begin. We're going to start with a written exam. The test should take no longer than...
It's just called baguette. The English is baguette and French it's baguette. There's no like translation. It does not.
Owls are very important here in Hogsmeade because this is how you send and receive your mail. If you have any mail that you left out, your mail will have a Hogsmeade stamp on it. So if you know somebody who's really into it, really hoping to receive, send something to yourself.
You've done this one before? Does it mess you up at all?
The name Unearned strikes fear in good witches and wizards everywhere, and his hatred of muggles is widely known. But do not fear. You're well protected while here. I've personally cast a few enchantments and spells specifically intended to...
So our VIP tour is officially over. It's a lot of fun, but we still get to keep the pass so we can use it throughout the whole day and do front of the line for all the shows and all the rides, which is super cool. So I'm planning on staying the whole day so I want to experience every little thing, and we're just gonna have fun. I think we're gonna go do Waterworld, and then no, we're definitely gonna come back to Hogsmeade for sure, and then we'll see what other stuff to do, and then I'm still gonna take you guys along with me.